that I just want to get through. First thing is, you have to laugh at all of our jokes, whether they're funny or not. We all have very shallow egos, so we'd really appreciate it if you guys could just laugh at everything.
Thank you.
Second thing is, please put your phone on silent if you don't mind. Really appreciate that for as a courtesy. The third thing is, there's no cover tonight, and we're so appreciative of the Lark for doing this, so that's why we put out there that there was a 2-item suggestion to thank them for hosting this tonight. So that could be 2 drinks, could be a drink and an appetizer, or if you're really lame, just 2 appetizers. So however you want to work it out, just look at the 2 items, and we really appreciate it.
And a Cabernet.
So I am no stranger to the Lark. Kind of a big deal around here. Tom Powers, my good friend over there, is sitting next to a plaque. Tom, you want to tell me the second to last name on that plaque? Hopefully it's Tom Galati. So there's a beer club here at the Lark. And so you have to drink 100 beers to get your name on the plaque. Not at once. And before you say, hey Tom, big deal, 100 different beers. Okay, you can't roll up and start drinking Bud Lights. These are 100 different beers. And I was nervous when I first decided to start this endeavor. Because I said, you know what, if I do it too quickly, everyone in the town is going to think I'm a raging alcoholic. If I do it too far apart, which I think I did, then it was 20 months for me. Then everyone says, hey Tom, my grandma could drink 100 beers in 20 months. But true story, the night that I signed up for it, I was putting my name in, you're self-policing, you do it on your own timetable. The kid behind the bar was a bar back, a senior at Northport High School, and he says, hey, you're going to go for the beer club? My dad's on that plaque, and I saw he was beaming with excitement. I said, you know what, those are going to be my boys one day. They're going to be excited that their old man is up on the plaque at the Lark. And he said, my dad made that plaque, he says, just before my parents got divorced. So, kind of took a little wind out of the sails of the beer club, but then he assured me it had nothing to do with the beer club. I'm just assuming the guy was an asshole and a terrible husband and had nothing to do with the beer club, so I went on. And I became a happy beer club member. But listen, don't make a big deal about it. You guys know, anyone who's close to me knows I don't like to talk about it that much, right, Tim? So don't make a big deal about it. What was the song you played when I drank my 100th beers? Simply the Best. Simply the Best by Tina Turner. I don't know why that just came to me. But don't make a big deal. If you want to talk about it later, I'll be happy to show you the plaque. But don't make a big deal about it. I really just want to downplay it as much as possible. But I actually got some really good advice before I came up here tonight from Governor Andrew Cuomo. Former governor. He said, Tom, don't be nervous. He said, just look out into the crowd and do as I do. He said, just picture all the women in their underwear. He said, that's what I do. True story. That's what he told me. Actually, I was a little disappointed he stepped down as quickly as he did. I thought the longer he stayed in office, the better things might be for us New Yorkers, right? 11 accusers came forward. He legalized weed. I thought maybe 1 or 2 more we might get crack or prostitution or something. I just thought things might. But fingers crossed, because I think things are getting better, right? I feel like things are returning back to normal. No? All right. We're not going to get too political, but I feel like it was only a year ago that I was excited to leave the house to go to a wake. I don't know if anyone else was that desperate or looking for some social interaction. I was excited to leave the house to go to a wake. All my friends were jealous. They were like, who do you know that died? I wouldn't leave the house and go to a wake. But the hardest part was picking the right mask. I needed a mask that said, I'm sorry for your loss. For drinks on the way home after this. So I don't want something too somber. But it felt good to leave the house. So actually I started looking at the obituaries. And I was like, Giovanna, do we know a Stephen Wong? His services are right here in town. We should probably just go and park once. We could walk to dinner, no big deal. But I feel like it's hard though, because things are returning back to normal, but they're not, right? You go to some of your favorite restaurants and the food is great, but the service isn't great, and everyone's just saying, this is, by the way, everyone but here, right? The service is awesome here, food's here. Let's hear it for the Lark. Great food, great service, great. Look at that tap menu. Makes you want to join the beer club, which I don't want to talk about. I don't want to get into that. But with COVID, right? So you go to a place and it's like the service sucks, and you're like, well, it's COVID, right? What are you going to do? I just wish I could use that excuse, right? If I could just say, look, honey, I'm sorry I forgot to pick up the kids from school again, but it's COVID. What are you going to do? We're all in this together, honey. It's COVID. But I watched a lot of TV during quarantine? You guys watch a lot of TV during quarantine? Like maybe too much? Well, I watched a lot of News 12, and I got really close to some of the reporters, and I realized that they basically got rid of everyone that's old on News 12. The average age of the reporter now is like 23 and a half. I just feel bad for Doug Geet, because he's like the last holdout. He's over 40. He's still doing his segments on the East End, right? I think he's hit every winery and farm stand east of the William Floyd Parkway. I think to protect his job, he should mix it up and start doing the West End of Long Island, right? Doug Geet can say, well, here we are in the quaint little town of Valley Stream. We're bordering our neighbors, Queens, and I'm standing next to a bodega. This is the hometown of comedian Jim Brewer, and it's also the stolen car capital of Long Island. So Green Acres is not the place for me, and I'm coming back to the studio. So I don't think he's going to focus so much on the west end of Long Island, but just an idea. Are there any real estate brokers here tonight? Not one? All right. Yeah, they're missing the boat. They're too busy selling houses in this hot market right now. I'm just curious as to why they're the only profession that has their picture on the business card and in all their advertisements, right? My wife and I sold our house 3 years ago, and I feel like if she was reading something that said, hey honey, this person has been selling houses for 15 years, and they hold the record for selling the most houses in the Northport, East Northport area, would I come back to her and say, what's this guy look like? Because, can I see a picture? Is there a picture next to it so we can see what this guy looks like? I feel like whether they're good looking or not, they have their picture on the card, and that's what they're doing. I just took my DNA test with Ancestry. Has anyone else done that? All right. So obviously you guys are happy with the results. I'm not. If you haven't done it, don't do it. It was a big disappointment for me. According to Ancestry, I am way more Irish than Italian. Nothing against the Irish. I'm really good. I mean, I'm good at the Irish goodbye. I know that. I'm fine. I knew I was part Irish. I just thought I was more Italian. So I feel like there should be a support group for people like me. Right? You could be like, hi, my name is Tom. I used to be Italian. And everyone could be like, ciao, Tom. We can practice saying things the right way. I don't know. I'm saying prosciutto. I guess it's prosciutto. I don't know. I'm fine being Irish, by the way. There's a lot of Irish people here. I'm fine being Irish. Is anyone here dating tonight? Anyone here on a date? Date night? Paul and Linda, you're dating over there? Dating is hard. I feel like girls just tell you how they see you right now, right? They're like, you're old, you're out of shape, you're married. You know, I hear it all. It's really hard. But, you know, in all seriousness, I am married 17 years. My wife is right back there. We have 3 beautiful children. Love you. Thanks for letting me do this. You know, it's hard to be married no matter how long. You know, like, my wife's always saying I check out, I don't listen when she talks, or something like that. I wasn't paying attention. But it's hard. I feel like, I have a theory that I feel like kids are like mini celebrities. Right? I feel like my kids are like, Dad, you know I don't like basil in my spaghetti? Or you know I don't like green M&Ms? They're like adorable little assholes, right? They're like little assholes, these kids. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like with kids now, I just learned that you actually have to protect their social security numbers. I don't know if you knew this, that thieves can steal their social security number and actually open up credit cards in their name. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. So I just opened up a few credit cards in my kid's name. I figured they have plenty of time to pay for that jet ski that they just bought. I mean, it might be hard when they, you know, turn 18 and they want to buy a car. I'll say, listen, just pay down that Home Depot card you opened when you're my kids just found my old Xbox 360, my old one, with all my old games. And I said, listen, guys, go crazy, but just no Grand Theft Auto. So of course they went to my wife and said, why can't we play it? And my wife came to me and said, I don't understand, why can't they play Grand Theft Auto? And I said, listen, you don't understand. You know, there's prostitution and crime. I said, you could literally steal a car, pick up a prostitute, pay her, have sex with her, and then kill her and get your money back? So now none of us are allowed to play Grand Theft Auto. But have you guys ever played the hall pass game with your significant other? You know, you pick a celebrity you're allowed to have sex with. Anyone ever do that? Like as if I bumped into Mila Kunis, she'd be like, "Oh, good news, Tom, we're allowed to have sex." I'm sure they love that the celebrities are all part of this crazy game that we're playing. Last weekend, though, my wife and I, we were out with another couple, and we had a few drinks, and we're playing the game. So we go around, and my buddy says his hall pass person is Angelina Jolie. His wife says Matt Damon. My wife says Joe Ryan. That's our kid's soccer coach. So I don't know if she understands the spirit of the hall pass game. All right, we have a great show for you guys tonight. We have an awesome group of comedians, really funny people, and a buddy of mine named Tom Farrell. So we're going to kick things off, though, with Mr. Jeff Bosey. Put your hands together for Jeff Bosey.
How's everyone doing? Good?